Well, I mean, it doesn't get any better than the postseason, right? I mean, it's players train all year long for these opportunities that are in front of them, and the excitement of when you advance, you lose, you're done, is just exhilarating. It's we're thankful for the season that we had and up to this point, and excited about Quinnipiac on Friday, a team that we're diving into right now, and it's clear that they've had a great finish to their season, and first time in the tournament. It's a I was, like I was saying the other day, I've been in that situation where at a school going to the tournament for the first time, and the excitement, the energy behind that, and of coming back from being a sixth seed in their tournament, and winning that conference tournament to get a bid to the NCAA tournament. It's something that you never forget as an athlete or as a coach, and so congratulations to them, and we'll get our sights on them, and then hopefully earn the opportunity of playing another match the next night. So yeah, we'll take your questions.
I guess to start off with, congratulations, Devyn, Kelly, Izzy, winning the Big Ten title. But as far as Kelly goes, I guess I was hoping Izzy and Devyn, can you speak a little bit to kind of maybe what, with him being Big Ten Coach of the Year, what kind of sticks out to you in terms of how he's approached the team this year?
Obviously, we graduated a lot of really big parts of this team last year, and a big part of why people want to play at Wisconsin and why we wanted to play at Wisconsin was this continuous culture of competing and wanting to win and wanting to play together, and just being a part of something so much bigger than yourself. And I think that culture ultimately starts with what he gives us and the way he speaks to us. And this team is the way this team is because we were able to continue that culture, and it just all stems from that. And it's just such a testament to the leadership and the fact that we're able to have this competitiveness and this team drive every single year here with the different personnel, and continue that culture on for our alum and for the people coming next. It's just such a huge part of this program.
And just like Izzy said, we graduated big players like Recky, Hilly, and Barnes. It's like they were such great players because he coached them the way that they need to be coached, and we're doing so well this year is because he knows what this team needs. So it's a big part of it.
For the players here, you've just gone through a big battle to get to this Big Ten championship, and now you transition into tournament play. Is there a lesson from previous years, the success you had last year making that transition? You kind of went through a similar process during the season to get there. What do you take from that as you head into tournament play now?
Well, I think about it, it's like I know what it felt to go so far last year. It's like I want to feel that again. I want to get the girls who have never been there to that spot because it's just an amazing feeling, and I feel like we just have to keep working for it.
I know you brought up this past weekend, 2 tough teams, 2 nights in a row, travel between. We talk a lot about how that has prepared us for the way the tournament is set up and just such quick turnarounds, and every night's a great competition and the stakes are high. I think this last weekend was a really good prep week for that.
Kelly, I was just wondering, after, winning 18 straight, do you feel like heading into postseason play, you're playing the best volleyball of the season right now?
I think we're playing some really good volleyball, and we continue to grow, which is exciting. It's I'm not just seeing that, but I can tell that our players are seeing that. There's excitement for still learning and in getting better. It seems like the challenges that have been thrown at this team, I don't think I've had a team that has had as much kind of coming at them, and that can beat you down, right? It can depress you, it can frustrate you, it can overwhelm you, and this group, probably more than any other group, has leaned into that, and they've leaned into the challenges, and they've been fast and furious, and they've responded. And I think when you do that, you gain confidence as individually and collectively when you go through hard things together. And so I see a team whose confidence is continuing to rise because they keep answering the bell. And we're playing good volleyball, but we haven't seen our best yet. And I think it would be across the board. Every single one of the players here would probably agree with that.
Kelly, excuse me, Kelly. Obviously, there's bigger fish to fry than all conference teams that come out today. But I guess I want to get your thoughts on the players that you had recognized and just the honor that was given to you by the coaches as well as the media being Coach of the Year.
I mean, I'd say it's a recognition of what the team has accomplished this year. It's it's been a pretty successful season up to this point, and some players are recognized for that, and some other players aren't recognized for that. But I think everybody here knows that we're getting great effort across the board from every player every single day that allows there to be team success and some individuals that pick up some awards. So I don't know. It's I can tell you this: there isn't any of our players that have come here for awards. That's not why they're here. They're for things that are bigger than that. Most of these players that are coming here have picked up some nice awards throughout their careers. But like Devyn was saying, she's chomping at the bit for the team stuff, to really do some epic things together with your team. And so yeah, there you have it.
Kelly, I know you've got a couple days yet to dig deeper into the opponents here, but you have a quick take on the teams that are coming here, not just Quinnipiac, but then the first match teams. It's kind of a quick turnaround, so you got to start prepping for them too.
Quinnipiac reminds me of a little bit, in some ways. I mean, they're a very international team. They've got people from all over the place on their team, but they're the player that has the most kills on their team, I think, is shorter than the shortest player on our team. Which is a little bit unusual. It reminds me a little bit of our 2013 team with Demi Morales out there just bombing balls and chipping off the block and just being tough and battling, and people like Dominique Thompson that was really undersized and finding ways to score and beating the block, and and just the love of playing and the toughness behind that. You certainly see some of that. The TCU, as you know, we opened our season with them, so it's it's really interesting because last year we opened up our season with Baylor, and then they ended up here in the NCAA tournament, and kind of TCU's in the same situation. They run it really, really fast. They're outside, and really, really nice setter. Middles are really good. I mean, they're just they run a their outsides get a ton of balls. Team has gotten better as the season has gone on, and Washington, it's they probably have 3 All-Americans on their team. It's a lot of the same pieces that we saw a few years ago when they whipped up on us pretty good, and those players are even more experienced right now. It's they've been battling health as the season's gone on, but really good, maybe as good of a serving team as what we've seen. Offensively, they hit probably 20, 25 points higher than anybody in the Big did this year. They can score with the best of them. And maybe as good of a setter as there is in the country. So some good talent here. 4 teams that play very, very different from one another, which is one of the exciting things about the NCAA tournament. When you're seeing teams from different leagues in different parts of the country, it's very, very different styles of volleyball. But it's also one of the cool things about being there in person and watching, if you're a fan of these teams from different leagues coming together and different contrasting styles going at each other.
For Izzy and Devyn, the non-conference slate that you guys played, plus how deep the Big Ten is, how does playing, your schedule get you ready for postseason play?
I mean, every night in the Big Ten is a tough night. You can't really take a single game lightly. Everybody's willing to attack and able to attack our weaknesses, so it's really important for us to go back and see what people have done to us that we might need to get better at, and it's something we don't shy away from at all. So like you said, we're still growing, and we're growing in those areas right now, and it's just really important that we got to compete hard all year, every night, every game. We've had to use every practice, every part of our game, and it's just helped us grow so much throughout the season.
Yeah, I feel like when you play in the Big Ten, you have to be ready every single night. I feel like it just showed us how important it is to be locked in, because if you're not locked in, they're gonna make you pay every single team in the Big Ten. And I feel like that's how we've been approaching it these past couple of matches, and that's how we're gonna continue approaching it.